Hey guys, welcome back. This is the first in a redstone tutorial series where I will be making things that I have used in my Minecraft pistons. Today we will be building the cell that you see behind me, and with that said, let's start the build. So first off, we're going to start by laying this out. So it's going to be 4 sticky pistons in a triangle pattern, and then 2 target blocks facing each other in this direction. You're going to have a redstone block, redstone repeater going into that at full ticks. Then you're going to have an observer facing away from this, same over here. And then it's going to be redstone repeater going into this, full tick, then that redirecting into this. Alright, and then on top of this, what you're going to do is you're going to take your soul soil, place them on top of it here. You're going to grab your blue ice, place it just like this. Boop. And then you would start the hot clock. As you can tell, that would now be running. For now, we're going to turn that off. Then you're going to place 1 obsidian here, actually 2 obsidian there. And then you're going to grab your lava. You're going to turn on your hopper clock just to get this rolling. You're going to place your lava here. And now you would just wait for this to push all the way up to its piston. Wait for it to push until the pistons are at its push limit, which is 12 blocks. And I'm gonna speed this up so you guys don't have to wait. Okay, so now since this is working, we're going to get rid of this for now. We're now going to create the AND gate system. So what this is doing, this is broken. So what this is doing is this is observing whenever any of these are broken, or at least 2 of them are broken, it will send out a signal to these, which will then turn off this AND gate here, which will then power this piston, which will then come over to here to not only send the signal to here, but also, so if 2 or more are broken, it will send a signal pushing this up, and that's how you know that works. And you can hook that to whatever you want. So that could be like TP all guards or initiate lockdown. Now the way this is going to work, I'm going to build a small example of this over here. You're going to have first, what we're going to do is we're going to grab just another block, place it in the same pattern that the, what's the word I'm looking for, that the pistons over there were laid out in. First, we're going to have 1 observer observing that block, and 1 here. You're going to have an observer observing all 4 blocks. Okay, now what we're going to do is you're going to have an observer observing this, and then this one here, to make it even. Just like this. Now, this should be even, as you can see. And then what we're going to do is now we're going to have these run into redstone. We're going to have these run into repeaters. We're going to set this to 4 tick delay. Okay, and now we're going to grab any block of your choice. I am using crying obsidian because that's what's used over there. We're just going to stretch the redstone line to here, just across all 3 of these repeaters. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your redstone torch, where all the repeaters are, you're going to have a redstone torch. And then in between, you're going to have redstone dust. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to repeat that on this side. Alright, now you're going to take your redstone torch, place 1 here and here, so that it's going to be lined up on these 2 redstone blocks here. So you should do that on this side too. And now this is your AND gate system. If you want to test this, just take some redstone, and then have a piston. You just put a piston here, pushing just a slime block. And you can do that for all 4 sides. This is the AND gate system that we'll be using. I'll show you how to hook it up in this system. Alright, so now when 2 of these blocks are broken, we're going to break these 2. You can see that now that pushes up, which then now will trigger. And it will trigger also when it is placed back. They have to be broken at the same time, which is lucky because if you explode anything inside that cell, not only will they break, but they'll also send off a signal to you being the guard and chunk banning the prisoner. So the way that this will be hooked up is you would have this above here. So it would be one here. So again, it will be observing all four. How it comes to equal. Alright, so now it's equal. Alright, yes. Then you're going to grab your crying obsidian. Boom. And now you're going to have your repeaters coming out. And then these are going to go into blocks that have redstone torches on top. Just like this. With the redstone dust in the middle. Now you're going to have your you're going to have those there. 2 blocks here. With now you're going to have, you can use normal pistons or you can use sticky pistons. Doesn't matter because we have a reset over there. So for now, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to be using 2 normal pistons. Just like that. And now, if you want, you can just place this here with a block on top. And now when 2 of these are broken, it will then send a signal. Let's just break this. Oh, did I do it wrong? Yes, I did. We forgot to add the delay into the repeaters. Okay, so now when both of these are back, see, it'll fire twice. Oh, I did not mean to cover that. My bad. Alright, let's replace this. Let's fix this. And then all you're going to do is just copy this on the same side. So I'm going to cut 2 and I have that copied on the same side. Okay, now since you have, alright, we're back. I copied it over to the other side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up from here, as you can see, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have an observer. So from this observer here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 on all sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we're going to have observers, 4 observers observing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3. 4. Just like this. So now you have 4 observers observing. You can make it higher, just for simplicity's sake. I'm going to make it 4 because that's what we're using over there. You can have it go because the prisoner will be standing. That's actually marked where we want the prisoner to be standing. So you're going to have a block above there. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now there's an observer right here observing this. And then let's just fix this. And then I think it's there. Yes, it is. Alright, now we're going to go back out here. I forgot to set the game rule to always say game nope /plan. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have to make a signal go all the way up to here. So we need it to be 4. We need to go to 2, 4, 5. 2, 4. So these need to be 5 blocks. I'm sorry. This is 5. Then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to go 4 up from observing this top one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now what we're going to do is now we need these here to be observed and equal with these ones up here. Right here you can just fill in with obsidian or any block of your choice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place, go down to here, block, skip 1, block, skip this one, and place block here. Now here, you're going to want to have a repeater that goes into a block, that then goes into a piece of redstone here, right? And then now, you're going to have an observer observing this redstone, going all the way up so it's equal to this right here. Okay, now this one, you're going to want to have, place your redstone dust here, then place an observer observing this one, observing that redstone dust, just like that, and then you're going to place observing that piece all the way up to here. And then for this one, you're going to place redstone dust here, and then observer observing the redstone dust, and all the way up. So now you have something looking like this. So now whenever a block is broken here, that should have, yes, it updates, as you can see. And then obviously when you would have this here, this would be making a complete circuit like this. When this block is broken, that would be replaced, and so on and so forth. I'm going to cut to when I have it finished on all 3 of the other sides. Okay, we're back, and I have completed all 4 sides for the observers. I'm just going to quickly break this redstone block down here. So now what you want to do is you want to go one more above. So we're going to go one more out. So now you're going to want to place a block on the very first line of observers. 1 out for this crime city. And then from there, we're going to take our redstone. We're going to place it on these left 3 here. On these observers on all 4 of the sides. Just like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our repeaters and have them facing in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place a dispenser. We do not need the lava anymore, so I'm just going to place lava up there. And we still need the water, but we'll place that in a second. You're going to want to take your dispenser. I find it easier if you build up by 2 blocks. Then we're just going to drop it in quick. Build up by 2 blocks, shift, click, and then just come out. You don't need a shift click, it's a good nature to have. And then have that there like this. So now you have all 4 of these ready to go. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to build up. So you can cover this up just like this. You want to go 1 block above the dispenser and 4 out on the sides with, okay, so on the sides with the piston, you want to go all the way out to right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our slime blocks, place our slime to right about here. And I forgot to grab my redstone block. Alright, so now since we have our redstone block, what we're going to do is we're going to place it right here. Then we're just going to bring that over, and then just copy this down. Now what you can do to make sure that this actually fires, just place a piston here. See, that actually fires. So this is also something that we're going to be doing. So, sorry, we're going to want to extend this out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from this block here, we're going to go up and then 5 out, so that it's perfectly even with these here. What we're going to do is we're going to take our redstone dust. I just need the block here. Yes, it did. This needs to go down by 1 more. Just like this. Then we're going to take a redstone dust again, then a repeater, block, repeater, block, and then here you can have because our piston is going to be right here, and we want to have the repeater going into it. So then we're going to have a block here, repeater, and then another piece of redstone. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up, over. So we're going to go out 1 from that last redstone, up by 1. You can delete that one, and back. Okay, what you can also do to make it a bit smaller, if you want, is just bring this down by 1. So bring this down here, and then have your 2 pistons facing down. If I could do it, facing down like this. And then place a piece of redstone here. So now when this is fired, what will happen is, let's come here. Will just reset it if I did it correctly, which I did not. I did not put them both at the same exact time. It's really hard to show this part because of the way that is set up. But basically, if this is extended, alright, we forgot to set it up. But when that's extended, we're gonna have 2 repeaters here and there. As you can see, that would now fire because that's being powered. And what we're going to do is we're just going to exactly copy this onto the other side. And I'll skip back when I have that done. I'm back, and I forgot to put those 2 on. Let's put those 2 on. Alright, so now I'm back, and this is pretty much the entire side. Now what we want to do before we turn this back on, we want to come up to these observers here. We want to break all of this. Just so from first observer that's observing here, you want to break basically all of this right here. And what we're going to be replacing this with is the netherite blocks, because since they're blast resistant, it's going to make it harder for them. It's going to make it harder for players to be able to blast through or break. So that the only way of now breaking it would be through what's the word I'm looking for? Would be through mining it, which you would have mining T3. And the last thing is place your water here. If you want, you can add a lantern up here just for some light. We're gonna add a lantern and shift click, and this is the entire cell done. This is my prison cell that I have came up with. Thank you to Log for the idea of this, or the idea of using a chunk bin, which is what this dispenser here is for. So when 2 more items are broken, it will send up. So when 1 item is broken here, not only will it push it up, but it will send up a detection as you saw, and then it will detect this, which then now it will dispense the item through. And then obviously it will replace it. So let's quickly just fix that. So we're gonna come here, break this, come back, and hopefully that doesn't break anything, which it will. It's okay, because all we need to do is grab the repeater here, 4 ticks, boom. This is my whole design for the cell. If you guys want to see more in depth or have any questions, feel free to join my Discord and ask. But with that said, I'd say that this tutorial is concluded. Sorry for the ums. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see next. what you want to see next. But with that said, have a good day. Oh, and feel free to use this in all your prisons if you want. Just make sure to link my video down in the description, or just give me credit for this cell design. If you want, please improve on it. Let me know what you change and what you would change down in the comments, or DM me on Discord. That's it. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.